Hello, my name is Biologi. We will present about plant diversity presentation, which is Asplenium genus. Asplenium is a genus of about 700 species of ferns, often treated as the only genus in the family of Aspleniaceae. We have identified 6 plants with this plant classification. The first one is the Asplenium nidus, second is the Aspleniaceae, third is the Asplenium triconales, the fourth one is the Asplenium adiantum nigrum, the fifth one is Asplenium australasiacum, and the last one is the Asplenium septentrionale. For plant anatomy and physiology, for Asplenium nidus, it forms large simple fruits visually similar to banana leaf. They are light green, often crinkled with a black midrib and exhibit cernite vernation.
The similarities and differences, plant anatomy and physiology. Asplenium australasiacum grows as shrubby plant with the rosette of yellow-green fronds which are 60 to 80 cm long and 3 to 21 wide. The spores form in the parallel line which run in parallel with the vein and oblique to the midrib. Next is Asplenium septentrionale, the rhizome from which the many leaves of each plant spring is about 1 mm in diameter and covered with scales. The scales are narrowly triangular and range in color from black to a dark reddish brown. They are 2 to 4 mm long, 0.3 to 0.6 mm wide, and entire untoothed at the edge. Ethnobiology for Asplenium australasiacum is protection from oxidative damage and anti-aging respectively, as well as wound healing. Ethnobotany is, apart from its use as an ornamental plant, birdnest fern is also a popular vegetable in Taiwan, particularly in the eastern part of the island, where the young emerging fronds are used as the leafy vegetable from both wild and cultivated plants. Pharmacognosy for Asplenium australasiacum is we have no specific information for this species. And the next is Asplenium septentrionale is ethnobiology, particular for treating disorder of gastrointestinal tract. Ethnobotany for Asplenium septentrionale is the aromatic rootwood called silverwood is used for making sculpture. It contains a large amount of camphor. And the last is the pharmacognosy for Asplenium septentrionale is we have no specific information for this species also.
And next, the plant anatomy and physiology. Asplenium trichomanes grow 10 to 30 cm tall, forming tuft arising from a short scaly rhizome. The scales are dark, they have a green frond, are long and narrow, gradually tapering toward the tips. They are simply divided into small yellow, green to dark green rhombispinae. And the Asplenium adiantum nigrum is an evergreen fern, and then producing a cluster of fronds up to 35 cm tall from a short creeping rootstock.
Next is contribution role selected plant in maintaining health ecosystem. Asplenium are important for canopy dwelling organism because they provide a cool and moist microhabitat in the relative hot and dry canopy. Besides that, this plant promotes species coexistence through habitat creation and amelioration of the physical stress. Next is, do selected plants are threatened with extinction and overexploitation? Yes, sadly, some of the species are now endangered in wild. Reasons include deforestation, climate change, and overexploitation of the nursery trade.